Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm Ananda, the Galactic Mystic, and this is Navigational Astrology. It's time to talk about our Libra new moon solar eclipse of 2023. Let's get right into it. There's an Irish proverb that says, the beginning and end of one's life is to draw closer to the fire. And I mentioned the Ring of Fire in the Aries full moon video from 2 weeks ago, this beginning and end of the sacred cycle of regeneration. And this sacred cycle is happening within us at many different levels with many different topics all the time. We are beginning and ending something somewhere always. And these are not ordinary times that we are living in. These are not ordinary times. And so the normal kind of day-to-day, just bipping and bopping around isn't really where we are at right now. It's extremely important that we use our energy wisely right now and being mindful of, excuse me, being mindful of what we are intaking when it comes to energy and information. I'm going to mention the October 23 Astro Allies and Ancestors video that I went over the astrology for the whole month and gave dates where these sort of peak of energies with Pluto squares, and at the end of the month, coinciding with our full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, there's a huge spike of the 7 and 14 vibration. Please check that out. A lot of what I'm going to mention today is in that video, so I will mention it briefly, gloss over it, and then refer back to that video. So this will be short, sweet, and specific to what is mine to say at this time. So let's just bring up the chart and see what we have to talk about there. Okay, so this is the chart for our Libra new moon solar eclipse happening October 14th, 2023 at 1:54 p.m. That is Eastern time. So here is our new moon at 21 degrees and 8 minutes of Libra. It is conjunct the South Node at 24 degrees. It is conjunct Mercury at 17 degrees. And there is an opposition with both our asteroid goddess of discord, Eris, and our asteroid of healing, Chiron. We have a square with Pluto. And then this is the centaur, the asteroid center, Hylonome. This theme of independence versus dependence. Can we make it become more like interdependence? This has been the gentle yet unyielding request of the Great Mystery for a good long while now. And how benevolent and kind is it that we have been pushed consistently in increments with the same requests? We're being asked to reflect on how we are spending our time. Our time here is short. Is this really how we want to be spending our time? And if the answer is no, what are we going to do about it? Let's normalize treating our energy as a precious resource. And at the end of your life, when you are closer to the fire on that end of the spectrum, do you think that you will wish you took more risks or less risks? And where are we not allowing nuance to enter the picture? Where do we insist on black and white or polarized solutions? This is a time to allow the pendulum to return to center for some synthesis. The South Node is conjunct both Spica and Arcturus, and I did talk about these stars in the October Astro Allies and Ancestors video. I do just kind of want to mention this combination of energy. It brings in an energy where we can feel more than we know or understand intellectually or logically. And what I mean by that is the lunar construct of a human being or of the human collective is represented by the moon's nodes, among other things. But because this is an eclipse, it involves these nodes. The South Node in particular, which is conjunct these stars and conjunct this new moon, holds worlds of information that is a part of us, woven into the fabric of everything we are. And yet it's so close, we can't see it. We can't see most of it. It becomes instinctual. This is like our automatic responses to things that we don't, it's like, it's just instinct. It's where we run on autopilot, where our inertia takes us if we don't sort of take the reins or adjust our sails or, start paddling. So this brings us back to the place of remembering that what we are looking at in the present is a result of the past. We must make different choices now if we want a different scene tomorrow. And many things in life we cannot control. And it's incredibly important that we know the difference between a barren field for our energy and a fertile field for our energetic seeds. Eclipses bring course correction and tremendous healing opportunities. And one of the themes that will be beginning with this Libra new moon solar eclipse that's pretty exciting to me is the entire next 12 months is going to be a course correction and healing journey for relationships. I've been saying this for a while. I talked about that in the October video. And I talked about it, I think, in the Aries full moon video as well, because things that are beginning now will have a peak or a release or a revelation in the March, April, spring eclipse season of 2024. So we have time to figure this out. We have time to adjust our sails. It's important that we begin that process now, even if it is imperfect, even if we don't know exactly where we want to go. Let's just try a new direction. Let's see, and if we're not choosing a new direction in something, then perhaps the great mystery will bring a course correction for us, and we can trust that if that happens, that it's the right thing. So the way astrology goes in the days where everyone is an astrologer is that you get a lot of just everybody saying the same thing. I think I avoid that generally anyway. But I want to talk about Hylonome, this energy of this asteroid Centaur. Now, Hylonome, her story, I'm going to spare you the details, but I can sum it up by saying that her story is a little bit Romeo and Juliet-ish, the tragic aspect of that story. It is about grief and mourning, loss. However, she provides us an opportunity for hope, even though she encourages our grief. She brings a promise that if we let ourselves feel the scary feelings, then we will in time feel relief as we learn to walk with that expanded version of our emotional spectrum. This is also an energy that encourages us to get help if we need it, to find an ear to listen to us. Or maybe we are the one who can be that support for other people. This is an energy of hope and encouragement to all of us that have been feeling downtrodden or like, in the trenches. It is a loving, gentle support. So Hylonome is kind of all over the chart right now. She is square the new moon. She is trining Uranus very tightly. And this brings like a change of heart that comes in the shape of like a gentle breeze that feels wonderful. It asks us to stay aware and present so that we can sense the subtle changes in the wind, if you know what I mean. And she is, of course, squaring both the North Node and the South Node. Bringing this motivation and challenge to this, like I was saying in the beginning, this material that we all carry that we can feel more than we can explain in words. She's there to encourage us to get into it, to release what needs to be released. So we are actually helped by Venus in Virgo as the ruler of this new moon. She is a gift in this situation. She gives us discernment and the actual desire for change, and it's not just the desire for it, it's like now a requirement. So moving forward from here without change will be much harder if it's possible at all. So this theme, again, interdependence, that's what we want. We want to remember that we are a collective, that we need one another. Pluto's very recent station direct, Pluto's deepest desire for us is for us to remember what is most important. And what's most important is our connection with one another and our connection with, maybe this bunny jumping around outside or a child that passes you in the grocery store or a monarch butterfly stopping by your flowers as they migrate for the year. The sweet, simple, beautiful things that are so abundant in our world. They're calling us all home. Ugh, I'm getting emotional. Well, happy Libra new moon, everyone. Yeah, much love to you. And I will see you very soon.